Anxiety is truly a wake-up call or a message from your higher self or your soul alerting you to some aspect of your life that needs to be changed or remedied or just tweaked a little bit. When it comes to the spiritual perspective on anxiety, essentially the feeling of anxiety in your body is similar to an alarm bell that's going off, like a message from your heart or your higher self that's alerting you to one of two things. Either one, that something in your reality is out of alignment, or two, that you are going through a huge energetic shift. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea, and on this channel we talk about consciousness, manifestation, vibration, and all of those high vibe, esoteric topics that can help you expand your awareness. So let's get right into it. Today we're going to talk a little bit about anxiety and some tips that you can use to manage and transcend anxiety in your life. I've struggled with anxiety a lot in my life, so I've done a lot of research both inside my internal knowledge network and also just within the interwebs to figure out what anxiety is and how you can transcend it or use it to your advantage in your day-to-day life. So basically, anxiety is something that comes to you the same way that an alarm bell would wake you up in the morning. This is a message or a calling from your higher self that's really alerting you to something that you need to look at, right? So there's something in your life that is not in alignment with where you want to go, with who you want to become, or with you reaching your highest potential. So for example, perhaps you're working in a job and this job makes you really anxious. That could be a sign that this job is not in alignment with really the legacy that you're meant to bring to this world. So that could be why this job is making you anxious. Or maybe you're in a relationship and it's making you really anxious. This could be because that relationship is not in alignment with the person that you want to be or the person that you're becoming. There's essentially a discord of energy that's bringing this anxiety to the surface. A second reason that anxiety can be showing up in your life is to tell you that you are in the midst of a huge energetic shift in your life. Essentially, when you are about to manifest something really big, or there's about to be a lot of shifts in your life, huge changes, you're going to feel really anxious and really unstable. And this is actually nothing to be worried about because it's part of the process. Essentially, when you are manifesting into a new vibrational state of being, a lot of other energies are moving around. So I want you to think of yourself as a body of water. If you are in a lake, you are essentially just a calm body of water, right? But think about if you're in the ocean and the water is having these huge waves and people are surfing on them and they're crashing down and the water is knocking people over. Essentially, when you have manifested something very large into your life, this is what is happening. It's these huge energetic waves that are crashing against you and really just carrying you to your huge desire very quickly. And essentially, it's going to make you very anxious because you're going to feel these huge waves of energy coming around you and coming through you. But this is essentially something that is nothing to be worried about because it's part of the process when you're going through huge changes in your life. One of the ways that you can manage this anxiety is by understanding and being aware that you're about to go through a huge change in your life and just allowing the flow of the energy and the flow of the anxiety to take you. So don't resist it. And I personally, when I have went through huge changes in the past, I was not aware of what was happening. So I was resisting this anxiety so much. But now that it's happened to me a few times, it's really clicked that I'm like, wait a minute. This always happens when I go through a huge energetic shift or when I manifest something really big that I've been trying to bring into my awareness. And so now, when I know that I put the call of something that I want out into the universe, and then I know when I'm in this really what feels like a low vibrational, really high anxiety type of energy, I can now realize that this is normal and this is part of the process. So essentially, this is something that you don't have to worry about. If you're in the midst of a big change in your life and you're feeling anxious, it's totally normal, and it's really just the energetic movement around you that's causing these huge waves of energy and anxiety to come through you. A lot of negative energies are being pushed out of your life, and a lot of positive energies are being brought into your life. So that's what's going on when you get anxiety in this type of realm. You can also get anxiety from a bunch of just day-to-day reasons, such as not getting enough sleep, not eating very healthy, not getting enough exercise, not getting enough connection with other people, and just not getting enough rest and relaxation time. Now that we've covered some of the reasons that you could be going through anxiety from a spiritual perspective, let's talk about some things you can do if you're currently dealing with anxiety in your life. There are a lot of tips and tools out there that can help you manage anxiety and shift into a relaxed state whenever you're getting yourself caught up in all of those anxious, overthinking type of thoughts. My favorite thing to do when I'm feeling anxious is to meditate. Meditation is a huge tool that you can use to shift yourself into your objective state of awareness that's able to witness your ego and these anxious thoughts and allow you to see them for what they are, understand that they're not truly the entirety of your being, and allow them to be there in peace. So I especially like guided meditations for this. I really enjoy Michael Seeley. I think his meditations are so great. I'm going to link some of them in the description. He has one on overthinking that helps me so much. And he also has a lot of sleep meditation. So if you're starting to feel anxious at night, his meditations can really help you fall asleep and kind of just shift that anxiety into like a restful sleep state. I also enjoy using guided meditations that allow you to connect with your source essence or your higher self. This is another great way to step into that objective perspective and allow your anxiety to be there without allowing it to really affect you or bring down your overall vibration. Another technique that's really good for anxiety is to dive deep into the feeling of anxiety to figure out what it is trying to teach you. So this is essentially a going within and being with your emotions, a present moment kind of allowing type of practice where you go within, fully allow your anxiety to be there, fully feel it in your body, and then once you feel like you have felt it, you can ask it questions such as, what are you trying to teach me? Why are you here? What is making me so anxious? What can I change to shift my life into a more relaxed state of being? What things in my life do I need to let go of? The questions you can ask your anxiety are endless, but this is a great tool if you're not really sure why you're anxious. So go into the anxiety and allow it to tell you why it's there and what you can do to shift yourself into a more relaxed state of being. Another great, really quick tip for anxiety that you can use no matter where you are is a breathing technique that I love. I totally forgot where I learned this from, but essentially it is a breathing technique where you breathe in for the count of 4, you hold your breath for the count of 4, and then you breathe out for the count of 4. And you do this for maybe like a minute or maybe even just a couple of times, and it helps your your nervous system calm down. Essentially, that's how it works. So you would breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and this is essentially going to relax your nervous system. Another thing that's really important for managing anxiety is to make sure you're getting enough sleep. So make sure that you're going to bed at the same time every night if you can, or at least as close as you can to the same time every night. I also like to give myself an hour buffer if I can without looking at my phone or my computer or any electronics. I really like to do a silent meditation where I'm just saying a mantra and I'm meditating for 20 or 30 minutes in a dark room. This helps me to kind of disconnect from all of the energies that we're getting from our electronics to go into a deeper state of relaxation where I'm then able to easily fall asleep. So I definitely recommend trying to put a routine into place before you go to bed that allows you to disconnect from electronics for like a half hour to an hour so that your brain can kind of shift into that understanding that it's time to sleep and you can go to sleep and get a full night of rest. Because one of the things I have noticed with my anxiety is that when I don't get a good night of sleep, I am so anxious. So sleep is super important to maintaining that relaxed state of being that we're aiming for here. Another super important tool to manage your anxiety is having the right kind of diet and taking supplements that can help keep you calm. So basically, you're going to want to make sure you're eating a healthy diet. Obviously, this is a lot easier said than done, right? We're exposed to all kinds of food advertisements and yummy foods that aren't super good for us all the time. But if you can get yourself into a state where you're at least once a day having a green smoothie or making sure that you're having one meal that has a lot of greens in it, vegetables, fruits, oranges, all of that good type of natural fruits and vegetables that come from the earth, this is going to help your body to be in a more relaxed state because your body's going to feel more calm. It's going to understand the types of foods that are coming into it because they're from the natural sources of earth. And this is going to allow your body and your digestive system to feel more calm. So diet is super important for lowering your anxiety. Also, there are some good supplements that can help with anxiety as well. I've tried CBD before, and this is super helpful for anxiety. I've also tried ashwagandha. I might have said that wrong, but ashwagandha is super great for anxiety as well, however it's pronounced. You can check it out. It is amazing. Another super important key to lowering anxiety is to exercise. Physical activity is so important for anxiety. You have to understand that you're picking up energies from your external environment all day, every day when you're just out and about living your life. So if you're going to work, all this like energy of your job is kind of like getting picked up into your body. So in order to release this energy and to move this energy through you, you need to move your body and exercise. So if you're not exercising, this energy is getting stuck inside of you and it's essentially going to make you anxious. So I definitely recommend at least every day doing some type of physical activity, whether it's a walk, whether you're going on a run, you're going on the elliptical, you're doing some yoga. Just make sure that you're moving your body in some way every day so that you can allow this energy to move through you and keep it from getting stuck and causing you more anxiety. Another super great way to lower anxiety is to go out in nature. Nature is so relaxing, and the energy of nature, if you're in a forest with a lot of plants, it's a very cleansing energy, and it's going to cleanse you if you're out in that energy. That's what nature does. It takes the energy around it and it cleans it. If you can meditate in nature, the energy is going to clean you. Or if you go for a hike, if you're outside exercising in nature, that's great too. That's going to help you clean your energy, clear your energy field. So going out in nature is a great way to lower anxiety. The next great way to lower anxiety is furry friends. This is my kitten, Frankie, and she is such a huge tool in helping me lower my anxiety. Having a pet or some type of furry animal is going to really help you with anxiety because animals, they are unconditionally loving. They're going to love and support you no matter what. I just woke my cat up from her nap and I don't know how happy she is, but she still loves and supports me, I think. But yes, animals are so important to lowering your anxiety. They will always love you. They're super cute and puffy, and they're always there for you when you come home to comfort you and cuddle with you and do all of that cute little pet stuff. So I definitely recommend using a pet to manage anxiety. If you don't already have one and you can get one, definitely recommend getting a little pet. Okay, so now that we know some tips and tools that'll help us manage our anxiety, how can we incorporate these into our day-to-day life in a way that we can work them into our routine without entirely just quitting our life and focusing on managing our anxiety? Well, the first thing that I would recommend that you do is start with an anxiety journal. You are going to use this to identify which tools work for you specifically regarding managing your own anxiety, and then also you're going to use this to track how you're feeling on a day-to-day basis. So you can kind of use this as a way to investigate when you're feeling more anxious, where you're feeling more calm, and which tools are helping you to manage your anxiety. This is also great because when you're in an anxiety funk and you don't know where to turn, you can just open your journal and be like, okay, what happened last time I had anxiety? How did I get rid of this? So essentially, instead of having to investigate ways to lower your anxiety when you're already anxious, you'll have kind of a cheat sheet that you can refer to that'll help you find tools that have already worked for your anxiety that you can use again. This journal will help you track your feelings on a day-to-day basis and also track the tools that are going to allow you to manage your anxiety the best. How you start and end your day is super important in terms of managing your anxiety. On days when I wake up and I start looking at my phone or computer instantly, as soon as I wake up, I am immediately in reaction mode and I'm reacting to everything. I'm anxious. I'm a lot more on edge. But if I have a day where I'm able to take, again, half an hour to an hour of time before I open up any electronics to just meditate and journal and connect with my own energy, then when I do open up my phone, when I do start my day, I feel like I'm more in a responding mode. I'm more calm and I'm more centered and I feel more confident to manage my day. So yeah, I recommend booking a half an hour, even an hour if you can, at the beginning of your day. As soon as you wake up, do a meditation. I have some great morning meditations that I can let you guys know about in the comments if you want to try out one of those. And then after that, you can journal in your anxiety journal about just how you're feeling before you start your day. Then at the end of your day, do the same thing in reverse. Journal a little bit about how your day went, what made you anxious, if you used any tools that helped you kind of get back into that calm, relaxed state, and then meditate again for like 20 to 30 minutes. I love mantra meditations. Deepak Chopra has some great ones, so I'd recommend using that if you can. And then that will kind of allow you again to like disconnect from your day and from all the energy around you and put you in a relaxed, calm state where you can easily fall asleep. So when you have this time at the open and close of your day without screens like TVs and phones, this is going to allow your body to digest all of the content from the day and naturally relax. It'll also help you sleep better, which in turn will lower your anxiety. Now, the major trump card in terms of lowering anxiety beyond all these tools is to create a life for yourself that does not make you anxious. This is super important for transcending your anxiety long term. You need to get in touch with your purpose. I recommend that you book off 20 to 30 minutes every day where you either A, start to do things that you want to do that you know are in alignment with your purpose, or B, if you don't know your purpose yet, use this time to discover what your purpose is. If you're feeling anxious day to day in your life, you're probably living a life that is not in alignment with your purpose. So the way to totally resolve your anxiety long term is to slowly transition your life into one that is in alignment with your purpose. It is very common that anxiety will come to you much like an alarm bell to demonstrate that your life is out of alignment with your true purpose and who you are meant to be here on earth. It is very important for your health and your overall emotional well-being that you follow your dreams and your passions and you do not compromise on those. It is very easy to listen to outside sources around us that are telling us what we should do so that we can be safe. But when it comes to anxiety, aligning with your purpose and following your dreams, it is very important that you do not compromise on these. Being out of alignment with your dreams and your passions for the entirety of your life will result in emotional problems. It will result in health problems. It'll result in physical problems. It'll result in problems throughout your entire life. Again, here you can focus on spending a small chunk of your time each day to shift your life away from things that are making you anxious. Perhaps it is your job, toxic friendships, things like that. You can shift your life towards things that make you happy and calm. Slowly eliminate what you can in your life that is stressing you out and add events to your calendar that you can look forward to, things that fill you with joy. So you want to essentially look at where your life is now, slowly start adding more things that you love, more things that you're passionate about, and slowly decrease the things that are making you more anxious and more stressed. Also, a spiritual side note on this, the energy right now in the universe is 100% on your side, supporting you in manifesting your dreams and your desires into reality. Right now, the planet is very in alignment with pushing people towards this, which also means that if you resist going in the path and the direction of your dreams and anxiety right now, you are going to feel even more resistance. So get on board with this energy and follow your passions and follow your dreams and create a life that doesn't make you anxious, but instead makes you excited and happy and looking forward to each day. The things that you want, the dreams that you are meant to achieve are yours. You just need to go with the flow of the universe and they will come into your reality. You came here to live a very specific movie and you are the star of that movie. So it is very important that you stick to the script of your own movie. So there you go. Those are some tips and tools that you can use to manage and transcend your anxiety. I really hope the information in this video was helpful to you. If you liked the video, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please click the like below and subscribe to the channel if you want more esoteric content like this. Thank you all for joining me today. Have a great rest of your week. Namaste.